NF is neurofibromatosis. It's a genetic disorder that affects the nervous system, causes tumors to grow anywhere throughout the body at any given time. There's no predictability. Nobody knows how somebody is going to suffer in the long term. Some kids have mild cases, and then into adulthood it can turn into a more severe case. But that's what the tough thing is about NF, is that there's nothing that predicts how somebody will end up.
For my family and for Leah, I think the most devastating thing with neurofibromatosis type 2 has been about a year and a half ago, Leah lost her smile. And that happened because she had a tumor that had wrapped around her facial nerve, and when they went in to operate on that, unfortunately the surgery destroyed her facial nerve. So we had to go into the recovery room and tell this 10-year-old girl with this big beautiful smile that she no longer can smile, that she smiles just on one side of her face and that she can't close her eye. And that was just devastating. And I think the most moving thing was the first thing Leah said to us was, I'm gonna ruin all the family pictures. So that was just awful. And we had to tell her, you're still beautiful, and it doesn't matter that you smile on one side of your face. You're still beautiful.
Mother comes out. Judy says, my main advice for newly diagnosed families is that they reach out to NF Northeast, whether they call someone at the office, whether they get connected with another family. They will just develop a sense of security and a sense of it's going to be okay just by reaching out to one another.
It's tough at first. I always look at it at the stages of grievance. When they have there's the denial, there's the anger, there's all that. You go through the emotions, and then there's acceptance. And the quickest way, the quickest way to acceptance to this is the group.
You go through all these emotions and you feel alone, but it turns into your fight, your mission, and you have people that are going through the same thing with you, and they're your support system.
NF Northeast has joined together with other NF organizations throughout the country, and they lobby Congress. There's new drug therapies, there's so much more that's available nowadays that when people first found the diagnosis out years ago.
The commitment that NF Northeast has in advocacy has really led to more clinical trials coming, especially in neurofibromatosis type 2. When Leah was diagnosed 4 years ago, there was no drugs that were currently being used for that. Surgery was the only treatment. And we've learned the hard way that that's not the best way always to treat this. And now there's at least 3 different drugs on the market for this that are being clinically trialed through the federal funding that we get.
And the most important thing that they have created out of this is hope. There is now hope that maybe someday, sooner rather than later, NF will be cured.